Hey guys, welcome to another episode today. If you're wondering what the hell is going on at the back of here, I'm lying out on the floor. Do I care? No. So, anyway, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for choosing this number one channel to come and view your bullshit on. Today's video, I found the European system to get very messed up. Now, speaking for Caribbean people, if this shit ever comes to the Caribbean, schools will burn down. I'm not 100% sure, I'm just saying. That shit will not be tolerated at all. Listen to this.
Christian World News, everyone. I'm Wendy Griffith.
And I'm George Thomas. In Canada, a radical sex ed curriculum being pushed in public schools by the LGBT community has parents afraid their children will become confused and even brainwashed.
That's exactly right, George. But as I discovered in my recent trip to Canada, there could be a silver lining. This issue is waking up a sleeping church.
A family can be made up in many different ways.
It's called Shoji, for sexual orientation and gender identification, a curriculum that teaches public school students across Canada to celebrate the homosexual lifestyle and that gender is fluid. In other words, your gender is not dependent on what parts you were born with, but rather what you feel like in the moment.
There's people that are boys, there's people that are girls, there are people whose gender might be a little bit of both or might even be neither.
Lessons include books about transgender children, such as 10,000 Dresses, and songs like the Rainbow Song.
Gender won't decide the choices we make. Some boys like dressing up, some girls like catching snakes.
I ain't gonna lie, that song sounded gay as shit. I'm sorry, but it just sound wrong.
The curriculum started in British Columbia in 2016 and is quickly spreading throughout Canada.
I just thought, who decided that this was okay to teach our children?
Author and inspirational speaker Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson is a leading voice against the Shoji curriculum.
And we are seeing the results of that now because some kids are reacting very emotionally and saying, and they're in fear. Will I suddenly struggle with feeling like a different gender inside of my body?
No. Carrie Simpson of Culture Guard, another leading opponent, calls the curriculum nothing short of child abuse.
All those beautiful qualities that make young girls, beautiful girls and women are being basically vilified. The things that make our boys boys are being, taken from them. So things of equating young men to being strong protectors is something that's now evil.
But Morgan Auger, a transsexual and supporter, claims it's about acceptance, not indoctrination.
The idea is to teach kids that...
Hold on just a freaking moment. It's about teaching the children acceptance and not indoctrinating them. So why the hell are you bringing it in schools? You teach it in the school, they go home and they'll practice it, of course, but isn't that indoctrination? But most likely some of y'all saying, hey, that's not right. The guy believes what he wants. You're right, he does. Looking like a big bird looking motherfucker. But, he does. So, she does. She. Some of y'all in the gay community will not like this, but oh well.
There are gay kids, and there are trans kids, and there are trans parents and gay parents in our society, and everybody's wanted and desired. After all, that's what our Human Rights Code says, and it's the role of schools to teach the following of our laws, right?
Simpson disagrees, saying she sees Shoji's real goal as
altering our culture from a heteronormative society into one where anything goes, no boundaries, no values, no morals. It's a hedonistic cult, basically, what they're implying.
Another blaring example, drag queen story time. It's happening in Canada and America.
Now, hold up. This is what I was talking about earlier. If that shit comes on to St. Lucia, a lot of students will not be going to school because there will be no schools. if the prime minister at whatever point in time decides that, the states, it's okay, because the states doing all that gay shit anyway. So if that shit ever reach in the Caribbean, there's going to be a total uproar. That shit will never flourish. It will never work. Especially in Jamaica, Trinidad, Guyana. I'm not too sure about Martinique. But majority of the Caribbean islands, that shit ain't gonna work. Dressing up like, you must be a madman.
Where some public schools and libraries invite drag queens, some dress like horned demons, to read to young children.
You dressing up like a freaking demon to come and read a bedtime story? So what the hell? You the freaking boogeyman? Like, it's okay, I'm nice, I'll just touch you while you're sleeping. You know what? Yeah.
And it's a social deconstructionist agenda. They're using children, little 5-year-olds, to accomplish this. And parents are waking up and saying no.
When asked about parents' rights, OJ says,
Well, actually, in Canada, parents' rights.
You said it right, in Canada, because only that shit alone that will happen in one of those big countries. Come to the Caribbean and try that, my brother. Come. When we were younger, we didn't have rights. Our parents taking care of us, that's all the right we needed.
Limited, and children's rights are put ahead. So the child has the right to be protected from the parents when the parents behave badly.
Canada is known as one of the most gay-friendly countries in the world, with many of their largest cities featuring their own gay villages, like here in Vancouver, which has literally rolled out the Rainbow Road. Most gays, like village resident Dave Davy DiCarlo, support Shoji and limiting parental rights.
The change that we have to see is sometimes the parents.
This nigga was probably sexually abused when he was younger. No, I'm just saying. Or he used to do whatever his parents wanted.
And the kids are doing actually really okay.
This is very scary stuff.
Longtime Vancouver area pastor Kevin Kavanaugh says this is far more serious than most Canadian Christians realize.
Our problem is not the teachers, the educators, the administrators. This is a battle in the heavenlies.
He says Satan is going after their most vulnerable, the children.
And the little girl came home in tears because the teacher had told her, since she was playing with some toys in the class that were deemed to be masculine in nature, that she was likely a boy in a girl's body. The mother went to the school the very next day, and instead of having any sort of tolerance or support or understanding, she was actually called names. She was told that she was a homophobe, that she was a bigot.
With that in mind, Tyler Thompson, Simpson, and Pastor Kevin are spreading their message across social media and in town hall meetings. The pro-gay backlash has been fierce.
And the hatred and the anger and the bullying that came against us, even though we said, we love you, we don't take from you the opportunity and the freedom to live as you choose. We love you, but we do not agree with you.
Pastor Kevin believes Canadian Christians are in a 2 Chronicles 20 moment.
The word was this battle is not yours, Jehoshaphat. This battle is the Lord's.
And the church is beginning to prepare for what it takes to fight for our kids.
And George, this battle is unfortunately far from over, but some Christian leaders say it could be the issue that wakes up a sleeping church in Canada.
What's been the reaction to the story?
Well, the story...
So guys, I want to know what are your views and opinions on this matter. Everything that I've said during this video are of my views and my opinions. If you agree with me, then you do. If you don't, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Like,